shit, bitch.
Deja vu.
I'll be up in the club and it's all alright. I'll be fucked up by the night, pouring it up and dance to the vibe. I know if I ever see the light, I'll be up in the club and it's all alright. I'll be fucked up by the night, pouring it up and dance to the vibe. I know if I ever see the light. I know if I ever see the light. And it's all alright. I'll be fucked up by the night, pouring it up and dance to the vibe. I know if I ever see the light, I'll be up in the club and it's all alright. I'll be fucked up by the night, pouring it up and dance to the vibe. I know if I ever see the light. I know if I ever see the light.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Boost about to come online.
Uncle Roger can hear the excitement. Yes.
Hostile hive detected. Serious trauma detected.
Jesus Christ.
I'll get on every one of your social medias and trash you and report your Twitch page and all that good stuff. Do it. Keep going.
Oh no, boys! He's cheating!
Get down, bitch!
Detected. To activate.
Stop it. Get some help.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Sign. Everything's sign.
GG!
Detected. Hostile restore hive detected. An agent needs assistance. Boost about to come online.
Run away, you're gonna die. Just run away, you're gonna die.
Daddy, watch me run.
Serious trauma detected. expired. An agent needs assistance. Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost. Agent down. Hostiles de-arrived. Hostile hive detected. Medical assistance needed. Agent down.
That cranks.
Well, I'm here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we're going to be checking out a little SMG slapper which has some insane burst damage. It's a build that I made quite a while ago, but I held off doing a build video because of the seasonal modifiers were being bugged in PvP and people were using and abusing it. While this build still slapped most of them, being in a team or against teams with those modifiers active, it didn't seem fair to showcase this build at the time. Anyway, now that all that modifier stuff is fixed, I've taken the build for a little bit more of a run and I'm loving how it performs. Sure, I still die, and in some matches I wasn't able to use the build, either because of how the other team was playing or the builds my team had on.
Bruh, 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 bruh.
I can smell the failure.
But all that stuff aside, I wanted to do a quick build video to show you all where this build is at. I still might tweak some stuff, I just don't know at the moment. I also wanted to take a moment to apologise for the lack of uploads lately. I've got a lot going on personally and with work, so it's been putting me under the pump. Don't worry, I'm still here, I'm going strong, and I promise that there's going to be plenty more Division 2 content in the future, along with some other games coming to the channel. Again, thank you everyone for all your ongoing support, it means the absolute world to me. Righto champions, before we get into the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with the video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Reaching our like goal of 200 likes on this video would be absolutely amazing. If you do want to support me and the channel just a little bit further, remember we now have channel memberships, click the join button below to see all the perks. And if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over and drop a follow on Twitch. All the links for all my other socials are in the description below. So, with all that said and done, let's get stuck in and check out this build. 2 reds, 4 blues, no skill tiers, and we sit just over 1.5 million in armor. It's not an overly difficult build to piece together, however it does take a lot of practice to get the hang of using. The build's primarily surrounding 2 gear pieces, 1 the Centurion holster, and 2 our versatile backpack. Along with that we're running 2 pieces of Sokolov, 1 piece of Grupo, and the Fox's knee pads. I have toyed around with a few different combos, and for me personally, this is what I've settled on for now. I'm sure there's a heap of different variations that you can do on this, but this is what we're going to show today. For our specialization, I'm opting for Firewall, primarily for that armor kit. It's just too strong not to use. There's other perks that also make Firewall a great option, like the Tactical Link and Bull Rush. Do remember champions to spec into your correct weapon types to get that extra 15% weapon damage. For our primary weapon, I've opted for the Ouroboros, mainly because I wanted to still show that it is viable even after they nerf that RPM. The current RPM on the setup is 1403. When swapping to the Ouroboros and we have that RPM boost from the holster, we can have 1658 RPM in PvE and 1530 RPM in PvP. The gun goes... We do have some expertise on this, but remember in conflict that all gets removed. We've got max SMG, crit chance, and detox on it. Now the weapon talent doesn't add any extra damage to the build. Rule them all. When an agent has a status effect applied to them, 50% of the ammo in the next magazine will apply that same status effect. The main reason that we're going to be using this is for that high RPM. If you don't have this gun, don't stress, any high RPM SMG will do. For our secondary, I've opted for the light blue shotgun, however, any shotgun would work here. We've got max shotgun damage, damage to armor, and detox as well, and this one comes with perfect brazen. I've just been maining this gun on a lot of builds as my secondary, so that's what I've opted for here. The combination of the SMG and the shotgun works perfectly with our backpack talent. We're going to mix things up, and the first item that we're going to check out is the Centurions holster. This is an amazing exotic holster. It's got max weapon damage, weapon handling, and crit hit chance. Remember, weapon handling is a 1-for-1 stat of stability, accuracy, reload speed, and swap speed. The talent's called Counter. When swapping weapons, you're going to get one of two bonuses: 20% rate of fire and 20% weapon damage, or 50% mag size and 50% reload speed. In PvP though, this does decrease to 10% rate of fire and 10% weapon damage and 25% mag size. Me personally, I love that rate of fire and weapon damage increase for my Ouroboros. Having the second one as my shotgun means that the shotgun, when I swap back to it, will instantly reload. It can be a little bit tricky to get into the habit of constantly swapping your weapons when fighting, but it's just something that you're going to have to get used to. Now we're going to jump to the backpack, which is the new named Legatus, the Vigil. The one piece bonus gives us 30% swap speed, which just means we can switch our weapons faster. We've got max weapon damage, crit chance, crit hit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent is perfect versatile. Amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds when swapping between your primary and your secondary weapon if they are different. Remember that these are our PvP stats, so we're going to get 35% amplified damage to enemies within 15 meters when we swap between shotguns and SMGs. This, along with that insane burst damage from the Ouroboros, is absolutely melting. You're going to shred so many players so goddamn fast. No matter how tanky they are, they could be those headshot regen builds, they will just get absolutely destroyed, if you play it correctly. For our mask, it's the first of two pieces of Sokolov, so we gain SMG damage and crit hit damage. On this one, max armor, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. For our chest, it's our second piece of Sokolov, again, max armor, crit chance, crit damage, and a crit hit damage mod. The talent that I've opted for here is Unbreakable. When our armor is depleted, we gain 50% of our armor back, and it has a 60-second cooldown. There's a heap of different talents that you could use here. You could use Obliterate, you could use those efficient medis, or you could use Gunslinger, which works again with swapping your weapons. But for me, on this one, it's Unbreakable. It's more survivability. For our knee pads, we've gone with the old faithful, the meta, the Fox's Prayer knee pads. Max armor, crit hit damage, and that 8% multiplicative damage to targets out of cover. And lastly, for our gloves, we've gone with one piece of Grupo for 13% crit hit damage, again, max armor, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. So that's the build, and like I said before, it's pretty simple to put together. Making sure that you're swapping your weapons at the right time, however, is going to take some practice. Now when it comes to the skills on this for both PvE and PvP, you can use whatever skills you like. I've obviously gone with the Defender Drone because it's damage mitigation, and I've opted for the EMP Sticky because that stagger can be absolutely disgusting and devastating if hit correctly. Righto champions, it is fine print time, let's check out our stats. Now on this setup, we are currently sitting at 61% crit hit chance. I know, 60% is the cap. But remember, in Conflict, not only do we lose expertise, we also lose our SHD watch stats, so this will actually drop down to 51%. It is just something you do need to keep in mind when making these styles of builds. And our crit hit damage is 177%. Our all weapon damage is 58%, and we have 40% SMG damage. Remember, we also gain that extra damage and RPM from the Centurions holster, and remember that our versatile backpack also gives us 45% extra amplified damage in PvE, but it gives 35% in PvP.
Now that's a lot of damage!
And to finish things off, our defensive stats, there you go. As I said, just over 1.5 million in armor. So that's a build, champions, a slapping SMG build, showing that the Ouroboros isn't a useless exotic and has some insane burst damage. And the Centurions holster is really good and really underused. For me personally, versatile isn't a talent that I've used a lot of, but I'm loving it, and there's going to be more of it in future videos. This build's got crazy burst RPM, huge damage, and if played correctly, can be absolutely devastating, but also a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks for tuning in, champions, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell. I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.